Hello, so today we are doing the special thing, so hope you enjoy. Let's get on into it. Yeah, hello. Seems like you're dying to return, but, well, yeah. Anyway, so what do I want to talk about today? Obviously, the most easiest thing ever. The one time that I tried to destroy an evil government. And it was totally awesome. So, let me start talking. So, first things first is that, I had to enter there, right? And then my little organization asked me to enter. I decided, okay, what on earth could happen? That would be bad. So I entered. And that was a bad thing. Entering was a bad thing. I shouldn't have entered. I should have stayed outside in the cold pouring rain. I'm just kidding with you. Nah, I stayed outside in the cold pouring rain. And then went indoors because it was cold and pouring. So I went in, and then guess what I saw? I saw like millions of crates with little exotic animals from all over the shebang universe. But as you could obviously guess, the reason I was sent in here was to stop some sort of thing happening. And I realized that thing was a breakout, a mass breakout. And whoever was collecting all these animals must have been using them for evil purposes. Because the animals look pretty evil. No offense. So, first thing I did was looked around and looked for any security breaches. And what I found was absolutely nothing. So, what did I decide to do? I did the easiest thing. I went and woke up out another animal. What could I have done? Well, maybe that animal can talk. And it turned out that animal was a blue dragon. It's very weird. Didn't look like anything I'd have seen before. Big and blue, you know? Like often blue things are. Anyway, so I started to fly about the sky. And I'm pretty scared because all the animals look like they want to kill me. And so does this one. The one that I just broke out of its cage. So you know what I do as any normal person? I let it eat me. Because who really cares if it eats you, right? Better be out of here. Make friend with a dragon or get out of here. So I'm trying to make friend with a dragon. And that went as well as you could have expected. It went perfectly. I now got a dragon friend, but I didn't know what to call it. I don't even know if it's a he or her. So what I decided to do was look at it for a bit. And I decided, as it flied, and as it was a massive smoking lizard, I would call it a flyzard. Oh, that's just what the plate in front of his cage told me. I can't remember anymore. So what did I do after this? Nothing much. I just looked around for a bit. Don't know what would have been better, looking around or looking at sounds. Because I brought my NES. But then I realized they didn't have undertales on the NES. So I couldn't look at sounds. So you know what? I decided instead I would go try and fly the dragon. Like, who wouldn't want to fly a dragon? Me. I would have loved to fly the dragon. But then the dragon flew off. Don't know where it went, but I decided to follow it anyway. I followed it a bit for a bit, and I decided to jump on its back. Like, really jump. From like a tall building cliff. From like, you know, one of those big building things there, which normally are surrounded by nets. Yeah, one of those, but they weren't surrounded by nets. That's what I jumped off. Now think about it, why didn't I bring my camera? Could have got a lot of photos. Yeah, who really minds? Me, I don't mind. Anyway, look at how much cool this dragon looks. I get this all from what I'm saying. Because your drawing of this dragon looks pretty damn similar. Almost too similar. Are you watching me? Yeah. I'm not going to worry about it because I trust in you. Anyway, so this dragon, I swear, it really did look like Sans to me, at least. It reminded me of Sans a lot. So I decided, you know what, I would call it Flyzard. Even though I already said that. Don't know why I'm so forgetful these days. What I was trying to say, that's why I wanted to call it the Sayings of the Secrets. I don't know why. But then, a while after that, I was flying around because I finally got to fly it, when there was this massive griffin. It kind of had a snake tail. It was like a chimera, but a griffin with a snake tail and wings. Very confusing. Anyway, so what I did was go and try use Flyzard to attack the lizard. The flying drake, even. Why do I call it drakes? I don't know. Anyway, so I got the Flyzard, which I'm calling it now, to use some ice. Because I thought it was like Pokemon, you know, if it's blue, then it either shoots water or ice. Turns out I wasn't correct. It shot out electricity. And that zipped me on the head. And now half my hair is singed off. So what can you do on a day like today? Days like today are really nice. And that's the reason I've lost half my hair. Happy? Anyway, what were we doing? Oh yeah, I was telling you about the Greek. So, it's kind of like a snake monster. Anyway, I went in, I lost half my hair, and then we zipped it with an electrical beam. I thought all its feathers would go pa-doom and disappear somewhere, but it turned out I'm completely dumb. And then I worked out that the feathers would just zap the electricity in. And that's when I started to run. Fly. Don't really know how this worked. I jumped on the Flyzard and then I flew away. Woo! Flying noises and stuff. So as I started to fly away, I started to think, what if I turned around and kicked this thing in its beak? Because it kind of looked like a lion, and maybe it was something to do with what a lion thought, but I wasn't sure. So what I did was I just jumped around and thought, screw it, I'm going to go punch this thing in the nose. So I turned around, punched this thing in the beak. And it seemed to actually be hurt, which I was surprised because I didn't think it would work, really. So what I decided to do anyway was to go around and punch it in the nose again. And again. Really, I was trying to act quite dumb. I don't know why I was acting dumb, because I could have just turned around and used the dragon's tail to whack it in the face and then send it to the floor. But obviously that thought didn't cross my mind. So I gave it on being perfect and attacking this beast. Attack, because I was really good at attacking, you know? Like entire wires exploding off this building's wazoo. And then it turned out the building was going to explode. So I decided to stop the building exploding using the electricity thing my dragon had. The Flyzard had. See, it turns out the Flyzard's electricity could also fix stuff. Which I was happy about, because really, why would I want to break anything? I was just here to make sure that all the animals didn't die. Because I like animals. I spent my whole life studying animals. And cars. But I like animals more. Or cars more, I'm not quite sure. Maybe cars are cooler. Anyway. So, this thing was really hard to attack. So, I gave it one big punch on the nose and it fell backwards. Then I realized there was a man there. Like a shadowy man. I think it was riding on the back of this thing. Or maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just looking around. Trying to be scary or something. Because, to be honest, animals aren't pretty scary unless they're demons. Anyway, so this guy in the back kind of jumped over as his animal exploded into thin air, which wasn't really my goal. My goal was to take the Greek back, as I dubbed it. So, you know what I did instead? I buried the remains of the Greek. Why? Because I'm being super nice, and I feel good today about animals and stuff. Why, do you have a problem with animals? Hopefully not, because then you have a problem with me. What am I going on about anymore? I don't know. So yeah. Alert, alert. Well, Ken the Gang is out. You can go watch it on this channel. It's like a few videos ago, like about 2. Yeah. Anyway, so this last thing, well, I don't know. It was really scary. It was the Ghost Man. And this is probably the most freakiest experience in my whole life. I don't know how to say life anymore, because I was so scared of it. It was like a tall, daring, evil ghost man. Like big claws, like big as bears. Or small as bears. Can't remember, I don't like bears really. The claws were like scratching and screeching at the skin of the reptile, and I was very scared for my poor little fly's head. So you know what I did instead? I decided to turn around and punch it in the nose. Then I realised it was a ghost, and I couldn't punch it in the nose. Why was I being so dumb? I don't know. My name is Fishstick. Maybe that's why. Why, you think people don't like people named Fishstick? Yeah, maybe that's true. But what could I do which could be pretty cool? Like I could have punched him in the nose, and then I could have said, oh yeah, like the Kool-Aid Man. But yet again, he was still a ghost, and I couldn't punch him in the nose. So, I basically did nothing like that. Anyway, so I turned around and punched him in the nose. Again, trying, because I'm dumb. And it obviously didn't work again. So you know what I did? I did what anyone with my amazing name would do. I just said to the man, please just go away. I'm just trying to free some animals and not here to play with the captured soul. And then I realized he was actually crying, like he was being forced to do this. And then I realized what I do. I set his soul free. I can't remember exactly how, because I can't remember at all. So you know what I did? I reported back to HQ. HQ was like, oh, well done, Fishstick. You've done something else. What do you mean something else? Was that not what I was supposed to do? Yeah, no, it wasn't Fishstick. What do you mean not? I went through about 3 days worth of effort to find something that I wasn't meant to do. Apparently it was a government facility, and I decided that's why I screw this government. And then I destroyed my workplace. That's why I'm living in a museum. You know, the usual thing when what happens when you get angry at a government. So yeah, that's probably the best story I have for now, until I go back on more adventures. But there was this one time I wanted to go somewhere. It was like far off in the Middle East. And then this ghost guy carried on showing up. It seems like I let him out somehow, at some point. Don't know why, but he still looked pretty evil. So I carried on staying away from him. What do I do? Never mind. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Hopefully you like and subscribe, because I'm going to do stuff like this soon. And also go to my Discord and go into the drawing tab, because you can apply for the next competition, which is going to be drawing some superheroes.